Hello, I'm Sarah James from Soap School. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this week's session, I thought I'd show you how I make my own soap on a ropes. And this is something that you'll be able to do with pretty much any of the soaps that you make. And I've got some great tips to share with you. Now, last week I made these pretty little shea butter soap spheres or soap balls. And they certainly don't need to be in this type of shape for you to do this project. Now, I've been making soap on a rope for a very long time, but they really have been making a big comeback and they're just so useful for so many people. So you're only going to need some really simple equipment. Your bar of soap, we're going to be using a sphere, and also a clean drill bit. Now you could use a cord. I'm going to use some simple ribbon. And then I'm going to show you how to embellish it as well. So the first thing that we're going to do is measure off a length of our ribbon, and it needs to be long enough that we can make a handle to go through the soap itself, and then a decent amount at the end so that you can do several knots. Now we need to make our hole. So we're just going to use our drill bit. So just start at the top and start pushing and twisting, and it really is so easy to go through. Push it out the other end. Don't worry about the excess. If you need to, you can use that to fill any of the holes after you've done the knotting. So just keep that to one side, but we've now got a perfect hole in our soap. So the next thing is to push through our ribbon. In fact, this is a lollipop stick. And this, look how easy this is. Grab a piece, pull through, and out that ribbon pops. Look at that, just with a lollipop stick. So there's numerous ways that you can do this. Now, at the moment, the end we've just put through is covered in soap. So just a quick wipe off with a baby wipe, and that puts that all back to being nice. And now we can start tying the bottom end. One knot is generally not going to be big enough. So make quite a few on top of each other until it's large enough that it's not going to just slide out. So all I need to do is to take the little bit of soap that we had, that plug, put it over the top of the ribbon, and it just seals it inside the soap itself. It's really malleable and easy to do at this stage. So I have a whole tray of goodies, and what we're going to do with these is layer up some pretty silk flowers and just a paper flower. Now, you can make these paper flowers yourself using any of your craft cutters. You can buy them already done in all of your craft stores too. And you don't have to use this. I like to use them as a base, but if you haven't got these, you can use a little piece of acetate, just an OHP sheet. So why am I using it at all? Well, I want to stick these pretty flowers around the top of my handle. But there's a problem. If I stick these to the soap, it's not going to be a usable product. But if I put this on first, when I'm ready for using this soap, I can literally just lift this off of my cord and all of the decorations will come off, and then I've just got the soap itself. So it means I can decorate them and make them really pretty, but still have a functional product. So my first part is to take my drill bit and make a drill hole, or just a hole. You could do this with a pair of scissors really, just in the middle. And we're going to just thread that through the flower and just pull it down over the top of the soap itself. And these are literally just some artificial flowers. And I just thought they'd look super pretty, glued and displayed around here. I really think they're going to look gorgeous. But right now, the end of them is a little bit too long. And if I try and glue them, I don't think they're going to sit very well. So what we're going to do is snip them off. We're just going to cut them down a little bit so that they're lower. And I think I'm going to need 3 for this project. And I've also got a little tag here. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the tag or not, but you can make these yourself and then just thread some cord through, and you can add them on too. So it's another option for you. And just to secure these, we're just going to use some hot glue, and I'm I'm going to position one. This has just got a little piece of ribbon sticking out the back of it, and I actually think that's going to make quite a pretty design to keep that. So I'm going to put a dab of glue, and I'm just going to position that first flower just like that, and then I'm going to do another flower at the side of it and position that one too. I mean, it really is so simple when you use these glue guns. And with the final one, I just need to lift my handle up a little bit, put a little dab of glue in there, and press in that final flower. And that should give me a nice look. Now with the glue, you do get a few seconds to reposition it. So if you're not happy with one of them, just manipulate it to where you want it to be, and you should be good to go. And there I have one beautiful soap on a rope. I think that's really, really pretty. I'm very happy with that. I don't know what you think. Now, if you didn't have that under paper flower to lift off, I just suggest that you make yourself a little round disc from this clear acetate, make a hole in the centre, and it only needs to be small. It just needs to be big enough so that you can actually glue your decorations to, and that way you can lift it off when you're about to use your soap. If you have liked today's project, do remember to hit the subscribe button. We release a new video every week, and I can't wait to have you with me really soon. Bye bye for now.